welcome back to Lary Talk, everybody. I am your host, the man who cut his finger and couldn't scream about it, Henry K. How's it going? Welcome back to the show, everybody. This month we're doing a head and neck cancer awareness thing, and started off with Tony Talmadge interview. Last week we did Steve Cooper interview. This week, as I said, DJ Slacker, Rob Slack. And we're just going to be shooting the breeze pretty much, talking about TikTok, talking about other things. It's not going to be anything like really educational going on here because like we're just trying to talk and have fun. I like Rob. He's a good guy. He's funny. He's got a good videos too on TikTok. You should really check them out because they're funny. Then there's some educational stuff. And then there's just him jamming out. And he goes live every night almost on TikTok where you can watch him jam out the guitar, play some tunes. It's a good time. But like always, you're not here for me. I mean, you may be. I am pretty goddamn entertaining here, but I'm not that entertaining. So let's just get to the interview, huh? All right, I'd like to welcome Rob Slack, aka DJ Slacker from TikTok. Rob, how you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, Henry. Doing pretty good. Hey, how's your day going?
I've had better. It's
there
going good.
You go.
It's going good now to me, and you got this going on.
Yep.
So we're just gonna go right into it, man. Where are you from?
So I'm originally out of like Minneapolis, Minnesota. I grew up down in the suburbs of the Twin Cities, and then I kind of moved out west to like western Minnesota in my 30s. So I kind of reside in western Minnesota now.
Nice. And how old are you, man?
I am 47.
And do you have any siblings?
I got one sister and one brother.
And you're married with kids?
Yep, married with 2 kids.
Your boys on TikTok crack me up in the comment section. It's funny.
Oh yes, they always have fun roasting people.
So what was your career before cancer? Was you able to continue it afterwards?
Prior to cancer, my career was HVAC refrigeration technician, and basically I got disabled out of my HVAC job when I had a neck fusion surgery done. Basically 1 year before I had my laryngectomy. It's kind of what led into my laryngectomy, but anyhow, that neck fusion disabled me out of that position.
Right. Kind of sucks too now.
Yup, and yeah, so it's been kind of like hell restarting process ever since that whole neck surgery began.
Right. I used to do warehouse work and then I injured my back, so I couldn't do that. And then I was in the food industry because, you know, they always got jobs. And,
yep.
And then this happened. So,
yep. Oh, it's never ending. You always got to find some way to hustle and make some money.
Exactly, man. Keep moving on. All right, man. We're going to do the top 5 questions. These are just top 5 questions that I asked to break the ice before we get into everything.
Yep.
So, what do you prefer? A burger or a pizza?
No, it's a hard question because that's my top 2 favorite foods. So of the 2, I'd probably say pizza over a burger.
What's your favorite music?
Gotta be a mix between old school hip hop and classic heavy metal, like 80s and 90s metal.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
What's one of the places you've always wanted to visit but you haven't done yet?
Oh, my wife's gonna smack me when she hears this, but there's a haunted place down in Arizona. If I remember right, it's down in Yuma. But it's a very active paranormal place. And, well, that's kind of on the bucket list if I ever win the lottery or something.
When you go to watch a movie or whatever, do you like prefer drama or comedy?
Comedy.
Yeah, right. So let's get right into it, man. When you were first diagnosed, what was your symptoms?
See, well, originally back in 2013, that was when I was originally diagnosed. Basically, I was having trouble swallowing food. My voice went really hoarse for a long time, and basically what wound up happening my first bout, my right vocal cord was completely paralyzed. So, and I saw the ENT, and they, put the camera up the nose, and that's all they found, that my vocal cord was completely paralyzed. And I went in, had about 7 biopsies before they did the cordectomy, and then they completely removed my right vocal cord. And after about a month, I was able to relearn how to talk with just one vocal cord, and I lived that way for almost 5 years. And then that was kind of and then the only other symptom I really had was just dealing with these sinus infections nonstop. And basically, it was about 1 year going to the doctor, getting antibiotics, getting put on prednisone, get better for a week or two, and then it would come right back.
Damn.
Yeah.
How long was where was your procedure done and how long was your recovery?
I was down at the University of Minnesota, the Masonic Cancer Center down there. And then it took, the cordectomy, my first bout, that one took about, I think, only about 3 weeks to recover from that. But they went in with a CO2 laser, and that was how they cut it out. That was actually, I guess, kind of a new procedure back then, from what I understand.
How long was the recovery from it?
Honestly, it was only about a month. I had to go voiceless for about a week, but myself, I'm a go-getter, so within 2 weeks, I was already being a bad person and starting to talk. But that's me.
Right. Yeah, you're really good with the EL, man. Like, how long was it until you got really good with it?
It was probably about a year. Yeah, so like my second cancer bout, like that. About the only difference between my first and second one, I lost about 100 pounds. That was kind of my main factor. But anyhow, yeah, I had my laryngectomy in 2019, and the symptoms that led up to that, other than the pain, was just I lost like 100 pounds and just basically pain. And then I finally lost my voice completely. But as far as my Electro Larynx, I've been using. It took me about a year to really get familiar with it. I've got some recordings where I'm in the hospital.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
just got messing around just to get a voice, but yeah, it's just practice. I used to do karaoke for spare time, so what I do is I put on a karaoke song and just sing with it and just push myself to learn how to do it.
Right. That's kind of what I was doing. I would look around the room, just read whatever, you know what I mean? Do my ABCs, stuff just to learn, get it going.
Yep. Well, that's all. I look at it, it's just like a musical instrument. Like I play guitar in my spare time, and if I didn't play guitar, for 10 minutes or an hour a day, I don't think I'd be nearly where I am today playing guitar. And that's just kind of the approach I took with my voice.
Practice, practice, practice. So, did you get on TikTok before you lost your voice?
Well, yeah, I'd been on TikTok since I believe like 2018. I used to just post videos of birds and random filter videos. I made I think one cancer video and I deleted it because I don't know, I wasn't feeling it back then.
Right, yeah. My first video, I probably deleted because I was just like, that was probably a little too rude or just not good.
It's kind of like stepping into no man's land.
Right. So how long was it until after you started using Electro Larynx that you got onto TikTok?
I was on TikTok pretty much right when I got my Electro Larynx, but I didn't really start making videos with it until 2022.
Right. Did did the ignorance start right away? Because you get some horrific comments in your comment section, man.
Oh, instantly. I mean it. And the sad part, I go to YouTube even today, and I look at any videos of laryngectomies. The comments have not changed in 12 years.
Yeah, yeah, it's all the same thing. Smoke another one, and they don't understand. We have a whole generation that grew up with that truth.com, and
Yep.
they used it as a scare tactic, which I get. And then
Yep.
the only other time you see us is when it's like Ned on South Park or my name's Earl
Yep.
had a character.
Yep. Or hi, my name's Terry, and I use that phone party back to her.
Right.
It's like I get it for tobacco prevention. I totally get it for that. But when you come at a person like us, you're just an ignoramus. I'll just say that.
Right.
I'll keep my words both easy.
Don't worry about it, man. We're on YouTube. So, like, how did you handle that in the beginning? Like, just because at first it pissed me off. I'm like, what the? And then I realized, people are stupid, and the next generation doesn't know anything.
Well, like one thing I think a lot of people don't realize, like my wife and kids, they see my content all the time. They generally do not watch my content anymore because of the assholes that come on my videos. And and it's not because it bothers them, it pisses them off.
Right. Yeah. I'm kind of glad my wife doesn't go into the comment section because she's known to go off on people time to time.
Yep. And it's like, now I just kind of look at it like, yeah, your mom should have swallowed or something. I don't know. I've had some.
Right. Yeah. Right now, I've gone from being rude to them to kind of educating them, because like 90% of the time it's some faceless profile and they're just trying to be a troll anyway,
Yep. Well, like one thing I do know too is like the way the internet was for many years. If you saw something you didn't like, you immediately went to gaslight. You immediately went to be like, hey, you're a fucking idiot. Whatever. And it's like, no, hey, it's this, it's that. And you can either take it or leave it. And if you leave it, you hit the road.
Right. So, what was your original intentions when you started posting about the cancer and stuff? Like, were you hoping to educate, or were you hoping to just deflect a little bit of what's going on with the comments?
A little bit of both. So at first, I kind of wanted to, I like to educate, I like to teach people. Granted, it used to be more maintenance and repair work, but like so when people started asking me, what happened, and I just kind of took that as an open door to be like, well, here's what head and neck cancer is, here's what it isn't, and here's some of the truths that are out there, here's some of the fallacies, and everything you hear directly from the media isn't always what happens. As you found out, I found out, it's not always tobacco that takes out your voice.
Right. And before I was a laryngectomy man, I thought the same thing. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of what you're taught. But kids have ended up with this kind of thing.
Yep. Well, it's like I quit smoking back in 2014, and I started vaping. That was how I quit smoking, was via vaping. And I mean, I was working right along with some people that were into the research, and for people that want to quit tobacco, I will praise them for vaping, and then be done. Use it as a means to an end. I guess that's the way I look at vaping. And if people used to chew tobacco, I used to work in a vape shop, so that's probably where I'm getting my mantra from at the moment.
Right.
Oh and yeah,
I had a lot of family members that did snuff, and that stuff is just gross.
Yeah, I tried it a time or two back in after high school, and I'm like, oh, why do people put this crap in their mouth?
Right. It's like eating ass and shame while at one time.
Yep. Literally eating a cigarette butt out of an ashtray.
So, how many followers you got going on TikTok?
Let's see, I've got probably 85,000 followers, somewhere in there.
Right. Is that making you like any money?
I make a little, not as much as people would like to think. I mean, for all the crap I take on there, I make about $1 to maybe $10 a month if I'm lucky.
Right. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize they're like, oh yeah, I'm rich on TikTok. It's like, yeah, only if you're showing ass.
Yeah. Now, if I was raking in $100,000 checks, hey, I would address all the crazy crap in a different way. But it's like, you're talking to me. This is me. You're gonna give me for a response, and it's the same response I'd give someone in person.
Right. Yeah. I try to be myself. A lot of my humor gets me shadow banned a lot on there, but
yeah, I gotta cater I know a lot of my audience is like maybe like the teenagers up to probably like early 40s, somewhere in there. And it's like I gotta gear it to about like PG-13. That's kind of where I gotta like gear my humor towards.
Right. Like I did a post for head and neck cancer awareness about using cannabis, and it got so banned. Like I had like 97 views all week. I was like, what the
Well, and I've been finding too, like with the, they've been changing the algorithm up, and it's like if you don't hashtag, and they're setting it up like Google. This if anybody else on TikTok and they're trying to grow their account or whatnot, hashtags and like putting everything in like a spot. So like, say you make a video of a cat taking a crap on a trampoline. Very weird example, but you'd hashtag like cat, trampoline, and turd or poop or something. And it's kind of a way to kind of help grow on like TikTok and anywhere you can hashtag. They kind of do like a lot of search engine optimization.
Yeah, I do it a lot with the YouTube for this show. It doesn't really help me. It doesn't help me too much because the problem is nobody really wants to learn about this. You know what I mean? They want to be entertained, which I get. You know, that's why we need like a spokesman for us, somebody that's a celebrity, like I don't know, fucking Val Kilmer would have been a good one, but
I'm sure I couldn't even imagine what that guy deals with.
Right. I just laughed at when Michael Douglas came out about it. Everybody was like, "Oh," and they started making fun of him.
You know what I think is funny with all the crap I get roasted about? One thing nobody has ever made for a joke: the old HPV and oral sex joke.
Right? Nobody.
Yep. And it's like everybody in the world is susceptible to it, and nobody even puts two and two together.
Right. I have actually made the HPV comment to somebody as an insult back to them, but they've never said it to me. Like, it's like, oh no, it wasn't smoking, man. I went down on your dad. Tell your mom to get tested. I'm not cutting it. I'm leaving that in.
I know it's like if my kids were on TikTok, my humor would probably go to a whole nother level.
Yeah, dude. Like I've sent you the videos, the old stuff we did, and that was mellow. That was mellow. Like the stuff we wanted to do. Oh, like even HBO would have been like, nah, man.
And it's like, that's kind of the way, you get a lot of people get upset on TikTok because, they find that they can't be like an asshole to people and then get 1 million views and then be able to make money off of it. It's like, I lost my point.
Well, that's the same people that are like, they'll be a dickhead in a comment or something and then talk about like, oh, we got to worry about mental health. And it's like, well, what do you think you're doing to somebody when you do that kind of crap?
Oh, exactly. It's like, I bet you're ashamed you did that to yourself. Oh yeah, I'm ashamed. All right, I'm ashamed I let a neurosurgeon do a 4-level, ACDF surgery on me. I don't know what you're assuming, but I know what they're assuming, but
it's always the same thing. Now the cool thing is we do have some people that follow us that's actually pretty nice, man. Like and there's a couple of them that follow me and you both, and like they keep tagging me and you and things.
Oh yeah, Lisa Davis, if I remember, I think that's her name. Like there's a one gal named Lisa and like another guy named like Edgar or something like that.
Right, those are the people I like, the ones that are interested in what we're saying, laugh at the stuff that we're making fun of. I've had a couple people actually defend me too, so that's always been nice too. Those are the people I try to focus on most.
Well, and that's what I do too. I've noticed I've got some followers that even people that just ask like, how do you lose his voice or whatever, and they'll go in, they'll actually answer the questions for me, and it's like I praise that. I mean, my old mantra: don't be a dick. I won't be a dick.
Right. As the way life should be, So we're going to take a quick break here. I think you're looking for something to read, ain't you? Well, how about The Silent Barber, My First Year as a Laryngectomy? It's a book by Aaron Wayne. And this book is his first year of becoming a laryngectomy and his take, his views. It's not filled with scientific mumbo jumbo. It's not going to make you Google anything. It's just his take on what it was like to become a laryngectomy the first year. And if that book doesn't do it for you, what about The Silent Night, a laryngectomy journal? This is very much Aaron's journal about his second year of being a laryngectomy. Wouldn't you like to know what happened after the first year? I know I did. You can order these books by contacting Aaron Lake. And if he's nice, he might send you some stickers so you can decorate your HME. The one I'm wearing today says, if you can read this, just too close. Because seriously, back off. What am I, a fart you're trying to sniff? Anyway, contact Aaron me below and enjoy the books. So one of the things I thought was pretty cool about TikTok is when I actually find other laryngectomies that have found my videos and like thanked me for helping them. Like, how cool of a feeling is that, right?
That is one of the best feelings in the world. Like, I know I'm not a part of Larys Speakeasy, but I send so many people over there. Like, I get a lot of people come to my page, and like, you know, who else do we know that's like us? You know, it's like, well, here, go check out Larry Speakeasy. Check out, Henry, check out, some of these other laryngectomies. And I like to at least try to network and, if nothing else, send people somewhere and maybe they'll find a person they vibe with or connect with.
Right. It's just a satisfying feeling when somebody gets a hold of you. It's like, thank you,
Yep.
I've had it a couple times on TikTok already, and I'm like, that's awesome,
Yep. Oh, it's kind of sad too. It's like Jill just recently passed, and she was the only other laryngectomy I'd met, and it was like, it was kind of I was like, damn.
Yeah. I found one laryngectomy in the wild, and he wasn't willing to like talk, you know what I mean, or try to communicate.
Yep.
Like I gave him my number. I gave him my number and everything, man. I was like, get a hold of me, man. Text me. Yeah, nothing.
Well, when I think about it even now, it's like I get days now I don't have very many friends. I don't go out. I don't really hang out a lot with people or anything. I just kind of, go online, play my guitar, do my music. And, it's like I think about it, it's like, I miss, just kind of that sitting down around a bonfire or, whatever, just shooting the breeze with people. And it's like, part of me is kind of afraid in a way to let people in to see this side of my life now.
Yeah, I feel that sometimes, man. There's been a bunch of times where I see somebody from my past, and I'm like, I dodge them because I'm like, I don't want to fucking explain all this to them.
Yeah, well, and it's like, I know a lot of people have followed me on Facebook, and a lot of people know my story from there prior to TikTok, and even then, it's like I love them. They're all good. I like everybody. I know I'm different than I was when I met everybody before. I haven't seen many people since I had my laryngectomy.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Treating me different is annoying. Like, do not talk to me loud. I'm not deaf, Or they do the real slow, because apparently me losing my voice meant that I dropped IQ points or something.
I do this.
Yep. It's annoying as shit.
But that's kind of why I also can put myself into that motion where I go to Walmart every day. I do it more or less out of habit because used to be my job. I used to walk to the store to check the mechanical equipment. But, after my original neck surgery, I was like, well, I got to keep exercising and walk every day just to at least maintain some kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say healthy weight, just healthy breathing and cardio habits or whatever.
Right.
And I just kind of kept in that habit, and that just kind of became my, I'd say it's social place, but I had this right before COVID, and of course during COVID, what did you do? Go grocery shopping.
Right. Oh yeah, the COVID lockdown was fun for me because that's when I was going through the surgery, the recovery, and all that shit.
Yep.
So while everybody was bitching about a mask, I was just trying to stay alive.
It used to be funny trying to hear the arguments people would give me for wearing a mask.
Right. The mask, the way I looked at it, man, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, just don't get fucking close to me.
Yep.
Like, you'd be standing in line and somebody's like right here. It's like, excuse me. All right. So you go live on TikTok a lot, man. When did you start doing that?
It was probably about 1 year ago. I think it's about March of 2022 is when I started going live. I had 1,000 followers, and I always loved to DJ. I was a mobile DJ for many years before I moved to Florida, Minnesota. I'm in now, and I gave up DJing when I took my HVAC career, and I had nothing to do at night, and I'm like, well, I'm kind of bored doing karaoke, so I'm gonna play some music and jam guitar and just kind of do what I do now live for everybody. And it's kind of been my nightly thing. Well, the music's been my nightly thing for the better part of 10 years, and if not the last, since I've been old enough to go to the bar.
Right. You do a good job, man. You play some great jams, that's for sure.
Oh, I cannot stand much music made after 2010.
Right, yeah, it's gone to crap, man. As soon as the way I looked at it, as soon as Prince died, there it went.
Yep, he was definitely an icon.
So when you're playing your music, man, is that loud in the room, or do you got it just on the computer?
It varies. Some days I have it just in my headphones, and other days I've got my big system I have in my room, and the neighbors can probably hear it or feel it. One of the two.
Whatever, man. They gotta have a good taste in music.
But the good part about being good with audio equipment, you just learn how to do it with a mixer, and you can bring your sound up just like you're in a concert.
Right. It's amazing what you can learn on YouTube, right?
Yep. It's like I've got, a couple mixers, and I've got probably 10 effects pedals that I run between my voice and between like vocal and guitar. Like right now, should be kind of a robot.
Right. That's nice, man.
Intergalactic, planetary, a little more robotic.
You know what that reminds me of, man? You remember the old CB radios? And somebody would have the echo mic. It sounded like God.
Yep. This is God talking. Don't squash the channel.
Fun with audio. So what is your plans? What?
If you ever want to have fun with your podcast, get a delay pedal, and then you can really mess with people.
It probably messes with them now. Just hearing me as I am.
Yep.
So what's your plans for your TikTok in the future, man? If they don't cancel us anyway.
Well, I've been focusing pretty hard with my music. I've got my music channel up on Spotify and YouTube and just about every music streaming service. It's even on like Apple Music too. But DJ Slacker with no space. And basically I've been putting up all my original beats that I compose, and I put a lot of them to TikTok, and people can use them for TikTok sounds and use them to make videos. And I've just kind of been marketing here for about a month, and I don't know, I seem to be enjoying music better than making videos, so I don't know, I may just keep making more music and kind of doing what I've been doing lately with videos, kind of an occasional, hey, what you doing, and a meme here or there. But I just kind of laying low for a little bit. I haven't really had much new to say since I've been kind of quiet.
I'm actually amazed at the people that could post like 20 times a day. Yeah, maybe once.
Yep. Like for a while I could do it because I had a lot to say and like what I love to. I was able to just clear my head of every thought I had leading up to my cancer bout. Like I never did get closure with the doctors from prior to my laryngectomy. Like I had that neck fusion done, and that was kind of where the doctors were just like, well, you're in pain, you're too young, we're not going to help you. So I was like, all right, well, I'm okay. I'm going to go back to college and, go run around, and they almost killed me.
Right. Yeah, man, it sucks when they misdiagnose people or just act like people are trying to get pills all the time. And it's like, man.
It's like if you're in a 10 per vein, you shouldn't be sitting there twiddling your thumbs. Yeah, well, I live in a 10 per vein every day, so this is a new 10.
Right. Like a lot of the times I actually infused pills because I'm just like, I don't want to get an addiction to that. You know what I mean? And I don't like the way pills make me feel. I'd rather go the herbal route.
Yep. Well, like after my radiation treatment, like I was on a real high dose of pain meds when I was going through radiation and just following the laryngectomy. And right afterwards, I had my palliative care doctor had a good talk with me. And he's like, "Well, let's get you down off." Like I was making morphine and oxycodone basically at the same time to kind of help with the radiation pain. And then he always tapered me off the morphine first, and I went off that in about a month. And we did like a 6-month taper on oxycodone, and I switched to like buprenorphine, and I've had no issues since. And I've been on the same pain med dose for about 3 years.
That's a good doctor, man.
And then basically I just use my herbals for the other.
A doctor that didn't care, man, would just let you keep going, man. You know what I mean? And then you got a bunch of bigger issues.
Yep. And it's like if these doctors had handled me before did that, my story may have been a little different. But it's like I just got pain meds after major surgery and kind of out to dry.
All right, buddy, we got to go end this here.
Yep. Oh, no worries.
So I want to thank you for coming on, though, man.
Oh yeah, it's been awesome. We got to do another one.
Oh yeah, you're welcome on anytime. Like we'll do another one in a couple months.
Maybe one of these nights or one of these days or nights we should try and like maybe plan a live and just do a live together, post a live together.
We could do that, man. I could definitely do that. Do it like on a Friday night or something.
Yep. And just kind of make it kind of a little interactive one for about an hour or something and kind of shoot the breeze, see how it goes.
Definitely down for that, man.
Yeah.
So, all right, buddy, I'm going to let you go.
All right. Sounds good,
Yeah.
Henry.
You have a good night.
Yep, we'll get you around, man.
Well, I'd like to thank Rob for coming on the show. I hope it didn't seem like we were bitching too much because we weren't really bitching. We're just complaining about the people that don't show respect going in the comments. And that's internet. That's the internet the way it is. No matter if it's YouTube, Facebook, something. Somebody's going to say something stupid, not care about anybody's feelings they're hurting, and then whatever, troll. But seriously, we're all thankful for every one of you guys that follow us and hopefully the ones that follow us in the future. If you want to check out DJ Slacker or Rob on TikTok, I'll have his information up on here. And if you want to contact me outside of this, you can either email us at LaryTalkPodcast@gmail. You can go to our Lary Talk page on Facebook, or you can go to our group, Lary World. You can also go and get a hold of me on TikTok at Lary Talk. So that's all we got for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, take care of yourselves and have a good one.